And welcome to another session with me. I am Sanyukta Saxena and we are running this series on Tangled Coasters. Today is the fourth session. We have already drawn about 3 of them. Yeah. So today is the fourth and today's tangle is called Cross Your Heart by Jenna Black. Yeah, it is not a Zentangle original, but it's a very simple aura based pattern, very easy to draw. And today we'll be using our coaster to draw that pattern. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a cross. Yeah, as we say, cross your heart. So I'm going to start with a cross in the center of my coaster like this. Yes, so I've already, as I mentioned in the previous sessions, prepared this coaster by adding Mod Podge, yeah, so that the surface is a little smoother. So I have added this two sections, two lines with a heart, with two curves, two C shapes to form a somewhat heart shape. Yeah, and I will do the same for the others. So I'm using the Identity pen, the thinner side of the nib. If you want, you can re-emphasize the line. Yeah, I think it will be clearer now. So again, joining these two lines with these two C shapes to form another heart. Again, joining these two lines with two C shapes to form the fourth heart. Yeah, and then it's about playing with auras. So I'm going to add this seed shape inside all the four, connecting this point with the center. If you want, you can do away with this step also and create while you aura, right? So that's okay. Now I'm going to start adding auras. So just adding auras which are bending towards the center. Yeah, so this will add a little fluffy look to my heart. Yeah, I'm sure you can see clearly. Let me, yeah. So again, adding a little bend while I end the curve to add a little fluff to the lines or the auras. Yeah, simple exercise, only auras. So we are done with one section. Again, moving on to the next, adding auras with a slight turn while they are ending. Yeah, simple. And then the other side, same exercise, simple auras and beautiful pattern created just by adding lines. That's the beauty of Zentangle. Yeah, the third one, again just giving a slight curve while I am ending the line or the aura. Yeah, then the fourth side. So take your time, be patient and add the auras, because it's just about auras, this pattern. There is nothing else, and you will see how beautiful it looks after we have completed the line work. Yeah, and the last section, same exercise, adding auras with a slight curve at the end. If you wish, you can break the lines in between and add a highlight. Yeah, that can also be done. So now I'm going to add these small little seed shapes. I'll add 4 of them first. Yeah, and then add another layer of this leaf shape. Yes, yeah, and then second layer you can add the hump here also. Again the third, again the fourth, add a hump here also, the fifth, somewhat similar to the pattern shine, yeah, but not exactly, and the last one. So that's the pattern cross your heart, and now you can add the same auras, or you can do something else with it. Yeah, so let us go with auras only because I like it that way. Or a small little thing change that you can do is add auras a little differently. So I'm adding this Y shape at the end and adding a little weight to the lines where they are ending. Yeah, so small little change from the usual auras. So drawing the line, adding a Y or a V shape at the end and inking it in just to add some weight. Yeah, so let's do this exercise for all. Again, some space in the center, and then auras. Again auras with a weight, slight weight at the end. Yeah, simple. Again the third one. So going to add some weight at the end. Again the other side. Yeah, so I will do exactly the same for the others. So I am done with that exercise, and now I am going to add one more layer of aura. So let us pick up our brown pen now and use the broader nib to add a nice and thick aura. So this pattern is all about auras, and you can already see how beautiful the auras look together. They make a nice piece together. Yeah, so now it is up to us, what do we want to do with the rest of the tile. Now first I'm going to add orbs in this center section using the finer side of my brown pen, like this. Yeah, again so we are introducing brown now, and brown works nice on tan surfaces, as we already discussed. just like working on a tan tile. This is a tan surface, so browns and whites look very nice. Yeah, so in this one also we can add some auras like this. Just in case your brown is not behaving well, just run it on a paper surface and then you can redo on your MDF. Just adding small little embellishments, nothing else. You can do it your way, add any pattern, add curves, add lines, whatever comes to your mind. Yeah, and the last one. Yeah, so now the rest of the tile, it is up to us what we want to do. So let us go with a simple pattern called printums, my go-to tangle, but I'm going to add some weight on one side like this, and then fill up the rest of my tile with these printums, but make sure the auras are little thick because we may want to embellish them to highlight the background. Yeah, just as we did for sand swirls. So just make sure the auras are little widely spaced so that we can, if we want, we can embellish our printums. Yeah, so adding a little weight, and the auras are slightly widely spaced. So take your time. You can add any pattern of your choice. Please go ahead. Those who follow me regularly would be knowing that this is my go-to tangle. It comes very easily to me and I really like the look. So it's an excellent filler also. So I'm just going to continue like this, and as I told you, just in case the identity pen misbehaves in between, just run it on a paper and then get back to your coaster. It will be fine. Yeah, so give me a little time and I get back to you. Yeah, so I am almost finishing with my printums, the last few, continuing with the same exercise, adding some weight on one side while I am drawing, and the auras are a little widely spaced so that if I want to embellish it, I can. Yeah, simple pattern to draw, acts as a nice filler. Yeah, and last few. So the Mod Podge makes the surface a little sticky, so that's why it is sticking to my hand at times. That's okay. But it's easier to draw on the surface after applying it. Yeah. And the last one. session we are done with the drawing part or tangling part. Yeah, so now let us first shade and then we shall add the embellishments. Yeah, so I'll now pick up my pencil and my blending stump and shade. So shade here, from where lines are emanating or where lines are merging. Yeah, then shade the ends. I'm sorry. So adding graphite at the ends. Yeah, then again from where lines are emanating, a touch. So just a little, because spaces are small and you would like to highlight also, so don't add too much of graphite, add a little. Yeah, and then I am going to aura the outside. Add a gray line after my brown to highlight my centerpiece. Yeah, yeah, and then some graphite on the printums over the highlight. Yeah, where your printums are bolder, just add some graphite there, and we can lighten the opposite to give that high and low. Yeah, so take your time and take each and every printum and add graphite on the section that you have added weight to. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, I think we are done. So let us blend first and then we'll see what else do we want to do. So with a very light hand, just pull the graphite towards the center. So as I told you earlier also, with coasters I like to not add too many tangles, play with one or two tangles with some focus tangle in the center. I like it that way because it is not same as drawing on a piece of paper or tile. So you may face some difficulty with the pens also. So I prefer if the designs are bold enough so that they are clearly visible when somebody uses the coaster. Yeah, but again, that's a personal choice. As I told you, you can always go for intricate ones. So blending the graphite. Yeah, now the outside, just blur it. You don't want to blend too much because you have to shade your printums also. So just soften the pencil. Yeah. Now moving on to our printums. So just blending the highlights. Yeah, I think we are done. Yeah. So let us now use our chalk first, and then in the last we shall embellish. Yeah. So first the highlight. Yeah. And then here just a line. Not much spaces here, so we just want to add a line and then soften it. Right, and then moving on to our printums. So printums, we are going to highlight the other side. Yeah, so I'm not going to add too much, just going to add bits, otherwise the lines will disappear. Yeah, so add but not too much. So just a soft highlight on the other side. Yeah, so I'll just go on like this. So done with that exercise, I'm now going to soften my chalk. So just add some, blend with your another stump and soften the chalk. So you may have to rub a little more because the surface is not that smooth, so at times you have to rub little more to soften the chalk. So it should basically look like a highlight, so high and low both should be clearly visible. Yeah, so you can add a little more here. Yeah, and then I'm going to blend the line, just soften it. So that it is a little blurred. It should show but not like a line. Yeah, so run your stump over it and just blur it. And then moving on to our printums, added the highlight on the other side. So just go on and soften the highlight so that they merge with your graphite nicely. Yeah, just softening my chalk at places. If it is less, please do the needful. Yeah, so just softening the whites. So it provides a subtle kind of a background, not very jazzy, as if something is hidden in the background. Yeah, so wherever you have your graphites missing, add some. Not blend it here, I think. Yeah, yeah, I think that's about it. So we can now pick up our Posca and add small little embellishment. So you can also do that with your jelly roll. Dots and all can very well be handled with jelly roll also. I'm using my Posca and first adding dots inside these brown orbs. So take it easy and just highlight those orbs, and then you can add a touch on the tips of these V shapes that we have drawn. Again, depending on what you have drawn, you can add a highlight or you can do away with it completely. That's okay. Yeah, and then moving on to our printums. So just going to add some dots on the outer aura for few, not all. Yeah, so because otherwise it will be too much, so I will just highlight a few bigger ones. Yeah. And I think we are done. That is sufficient enough. Probably one odd here. Yeah, I think that's okay. We don't need more. Yeah, so that's our coaster for today. We are done. So we'll give it 2 minutes to dry up and then we shall apply our Mod Podge. Yeah. So this is my wet sponge and now I'm going to pick up my Mod Podge and just dab it over. And as I keep forgetting always, just use something underneath so that you don't spoil your table surface. Yeah. And just dab it over. With your wet sponge and then just pull it. Yeah, and we are done. Just needs to dry up. Yeah. So this is our final coaster after the Mod Podge has dried up. So this is our 4th one and I'll see you again with another one in the next session. Till then, have a good time, stay safe, bye bye.